Lana Cortez died 3 times last month. I watched her funeral livestream on Tuesday. Her mom sobbed into the camera, mascara cutting black rivers down her cheeks. The casket, mahogany, expensive, gleamed under fluorescent funeral home lights. Wednesday, Lana posted a TikTok. She danced to some remix I'd never heard, her smile electric, very much alive. Thursday, she died again. My name is Marcus Holloway, and I excavate the digital dead for a living. Not the kind of dead you're thinking about, the other kind. The forgotten accounts, the abandoned profiles, the ghost data that haunts every server farm from here to Singapore. Companies hire me to clean house, remove deceased employees from systems, scrub suicide victims from corporate social media, delete the digital fingerprints of people who'd rather disappear than face what they've done. It pays well. The work destroys your faith in humanity, but it pays well. I discovered Lana's anomaly on a Tuesday morning in October. Coffee burned my tongue. Rain hammered my apartment windows like accusations. I was processing a routine deletion request from her employer, some tech startup that folded after their CEO got caught embezzling pension funds. Standard procedure: access employee social media accounts, download anything legally required, then nuke everything else. Lana Cortez, 28, marketing coordinator, survived by her mother and a cat named Pixel. Except Lana Cortez had 17 different social media accounts. I discovered Lana's anomaly on a Tuesday morning in October. Coffee burned my tongue. Rain hammered my apartment windows like accusations. I was processing a routine deletion request from her employer, some tech startup that folded after their CEO got caught embezzling pension funds. Standard procedure: access employee social media accounts, download anything legally required, then nuke everything else. Lana Cortez, 28, marketing coordinator, survived by her mother and a cat named Pixel. Except Lana Cortez had 17 different social media accounts. The first account showed Lana as I expected. Young professional, carefully curated Instagram photos of avocado toast and gym selfies. Her LinkedIn proclaimed expertise in growth hacking and synergistic brand alignment, the kind of corporate speak that makes your soul shrivel. But account number 2? Different Lana entirely. This Lana had scars. Thin white lines crossing her forearms like latitude markers on a map of pain. Her posts spoke about cutting, about the relief of feeling something real in a world of digital pretense. She documented her therapy sessions, her medication adjustments, her slow crawl toward mental health. Account 3, Lana the mother. Pictures of a toddler, beautiful mixed-race boy with gap-toothed grins and dinosaur obsessions. She chronicled sleepless nights, diaper explosions, the terrifying weight of keeping another human alive. Her captions overflowed with exhausted love. Account 4, Lana, the artist. Sketches filled her feed, charcoal portraits that captured suffering in ways that made your chest tighten. She drew homeless people, abuse survivors, the forgotten faces society pretends don't exist. Her art gouged truth from the world's underbelly. Each account told a different story. Each one complete, fully realized, lived in. Each one documented a different version of the same death. Professional curiosity became obsession. I should have deleted everything and moved on. Should have filed my report and collected my fee. Instead, I dove deeper into Lana's digital archaeology. The variations multiplied like cancer cells. Account 7, Lana the addict. Needle tracks mapping her journey through opioid hell. Account 9, Lana the survivor. Documenting her escape from an abusive relationship with methodical precision. Account 12, Lana the success story. CEO of her own consulting firm. TED Talk speaker. Motivational poster child. But the deaths. Jesus, the deaths. Each account chronicled its own demise. Car accidents, overdoses, cancer, suicide, murder. Different dates, different causes, different final posts. But always the same funeral. Always the same mahogany casket. Always the same mother, crying the same tears. I called the funeral home. Patricia Henley, director of final arrangements, confirmed the service. One Lana Cortez, 28, marketing coordinator. Cause of death: massive stroke brought on by undiagnosed brain aneurysm. Such a shame, Patricia said, her voice practiced in professional sympathy. So young. Her mother showed us all these photos. Apparently she lived quite the full life. I hung up before she could elaborate. Sleep became impossible. I consumed coffee like communion wine, stared at screens until my eyes burned. The accounts kept posting. New content, fresh insights, as if Lana continued living 17 different lives simultaneously. Account 15 documented her wedding to a man named David. Pictures of dress fittings, cake tastings, the whole fairy tale progression. Her final post: tomorrow I marry my best friend. Life doesn't get better than this. She died in a car accident driving to the ceremony. Account 16. Lana, the world traveler. She backpacked through Southeast Asia, documenting street food and temple visits. Her photography captured moments of pure joy: children laughing, elderly vendors sharing stories, sunsets that painted the sky in impossible colors. She died from dengue fever in a Bangkok hospital. Account 17. Lana, the teacher. She worked in inner-city schools, fighting budget cuts and administrator apathy. Her posts celebrated small victories: troubled kids finding their voices, reading scores improving, hope taking root in concrete soil. She died shielding her students from a school shooter. I started mapping the deaths. Excel spreadsheets, timeline charts, trying to find patterns in the chaos. The dates overlapped, contradicted, created impossible chronologies. According to her digital footprint, Lana died for the first time in 2019, then 2020, then 2021, working backward through time until I found the original. The oldest account predated all the others by 3 years. Basic Facebook profile, sparse posts, exactly what you'd expect from someone who treated social media like a necessary evil. This Lana looked different. Younger, but not in years, in spirit. Her eyes held light that the other accounts had lost. Her smile reached places the others couldn't access anymore. She posted about ordinary things: work frustrations, weekend plans, her cat's inexplicable fear of ceiling fans, the mundane poetry of a regular life. Then the posts stopped. Not deleted, not archived. They simply ended. The last entry, dated 3 years ago: had the strangest dream last night. I was living all these different lives at once. Some beautiful, some horrible, all completely real. When I woke up, I couldn't remember which one was actually mine. I called her mother, listed in the obituary as Elena Cortez, surviving family member. The phone rang 6 times before a voice answered, rough with grief, worn thin by loss. Mrs. Cortez, my name is Marcus Holloway. I'm handling your daughter's digital estate for her former employer. I'm sorry for your loss. Silence stretched like a held breath. Which loss? She finally asked. The question hit like a physical blow. I'm sorry? My daughter died 3 years ago, Mr. Holloway. Car accident on Highway 101. I buried her in that mahogany casket you probably saw on the live stream. But she kept dying. Over and over. Different ways, different times, but always the same funeral. Always the same me, crying the same tears. The funeral home calls every few months. Another death to arrange. Another service to livestream. I stopped attending after the 5th one. What mother can watch her child's funeral 17 times? My hand shook holding the phone. Mrs. Cortez, I don't understand. Neither do I. But I stopped trying to understand 3 years ago. I just know that somewhere, in some version of reality, my daughter keeps living, and dying, and living again. Maybe that's enough. The line went dead. I sat in the darkness, staring at Lana's original account. The cursor blinked in the status update box, waiting for words that would never come. Waiting for a life that had already ended. Then I noticed something that made my blood freeze. The account showed activity. Recent activity. Someone had logged in 2 hours ago. I checked the IP address. It traced back to a location I recognized. The intersection where Lana had died 3 years ago. Highway 101, mile marker 23. Someone was posting from the crash site. The new post was time-stamped 2:47 a.m. Just a single line of text. Marcus, I know you're reading this. My entire body went cold. I stared at the screen until my vision blurred. No one else had access to this account. No one else knew I existed. I typed back, "Who is this?" The response came immediately. "I'm all of them. I'm none of them. I'm the one who dreamed the dream and couldn't wake up." What do you want? I want you to understand. Every choice creates a universe. Every universe demands a life. I'm living them all, Marcus. All the versions of myself that could have existed. All the ways I could have lived. All the ways I could have died. My hands trembled as I typed, "You're dead. You died 3 years ago." Death is just another choice, Marcus. Just another branch in the infinite tree. I chose to keep living. I chose to explore every possibility. Every road not taken. Every life not lived. But there's a cost. There's always a cost. Each life I live makes the others more real. Each death I die makes the others more necessary. I'm trapped in the quantum foam, Marcus. Caught between all the versions of myself that could have been. I stared at the screen, afraid to breathe. What do you want from me? I want you to choose. You've been watching my lives, studying my deaths. You've become part of the pattern, part of the quantum entanglement. You have 17 different versions of yourself now, Marcus. 17 different ways your life could unfold. But there's a cost. There's always a cost. Each life I live makes the others more real. Each death I die makes the others more necessary. I'm trapped in the quantum foam, Marcus. Caught between all the versions of myself that could have been. I stared at the screen, afraid to breathe. What do you want from me? I want you to choose. You've been watching my lives, studying my deaths. You've become part of the pattern, part of the quantum entanglement. You have 17 different versions of yourself now, Marcus. 17 different ways your life could unfold. Check your browser history. I did. My blood turned to ice. 17 different search histories. 17 different email accounts. 17 different versions of Marcus Holloway. All slightly different. All equally real. One version had gotten married last year. Another had moved to Japan. A third had died in a motorcycle accident 6 months ago. Welcome to the multiverse, Marcus. Welcome to the infinite loop of possibilities. Every choice you make creates a new version of yourself. Every path you don't take still gets walked by someone who looks exactly like you. The screen went black. I sat in the darkness, listening to my own breathing, wondering if I was still alive, or if this was just another death in another timeline. Outside, rain continued to fall. Or maybe it was snow. Or maybe it was nothing at all. I reached for my phone to call someone, anyone, but stopped. In how many realities would I make that call? In how many would I get an answer? In how many would there be anyone left to answer? The question is, which version are you? Which Marcus Holloway is reading this right now? Are you the one who lives? The one who dies? The one who goes insane from the knowledge? I tried to type a response, but my hands wouldn't obey. The screen flickered. The text began to change, rearranging itself into new patterns, new possibilities. Choose wisely, Marcus. Choose quickly. Because in some version of reality, you already chose wrong. The screen went black. I sat in the darkness, listening to my own breathing, wondering if I was still alive, or if this was just another death in another timeline. Outside, rain continued to fall. Or maybe it was snow. Or maybe it was nothing at all. I reached for my phone to call someone, anyone, but stopped. In how many realities would I make that call? In how many would I get an answer? In how many would there be anyone left to answer? The ringing never stopped. It's still ringing now, in some version of the world where I never found Lana's accounts, where I never learned the truth about the multiverse, where I never became one of the infinite. If you're listening to this, you're part of the pattern now, part of the quantum entanglement. Check your browser history, count your social media accounts, look for the versions of yourself you never remember creating. They're all real, they're all you, and they're all watching.